Hello everyone, EB the Original Master here, and welcome back to another video game review. So in this review, I'll be reviewing Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii, which was released way back in November of 2010. So I'm very excited to review this game because this game is actually another one of my favorite Wii games. Despite it being myself not being very good at the game, but I still enjoyed it from the way it was. So, Donkey Kong Country Returns is indeed the return of the Donkey Kong Country series, which was a trilogy of games from the SNES series, developed by Rare, the same developers who brought you DK64, Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, Diddy Kong Racing, GoldenEye, etc. And yeah, so this is basically the return of Donkey Kong Country, and this game was developed by Retro Studios, which is a company here in the United States. I don't know what state they're headquartered in, but I do know that Retro Studios is a U.S. Game development headquarters. So in Donkey Kong Country Returns, instead of the Kremlings, which was the main villains in the original trilogy, Donkey Kong Island is being invaded by a group of Tikis who have hypnotized the animals to kidnap Donkey Kong's precious bananas, and it's up to Donkey and Diddy Kong to save the bananas from the Tiki's evil little hands. So, control wise in this game, you can hold the Wii Remote horizontally, or you can use it with the nunchuck as well. When I play this game, I usually use the Wii Remote by itself. It's been a while since I played this game, but I am familiar with the controls. You use the D-pad on your Wii Remote to move Donkey Kong around in the levels. You can also shake the Wii Remote to pound the ground. If you're nearby dandelions, you can hold down the D-pad and shake to do a blowing mechanic. You can blow on dandelions to receive items. There's also picking up objects. You can pick up barrels just by holding the one button. You could also cling onto vines and little ledges in this game. And yeah, so those are just some of the basic controls in Donkey Kong Country Returns. So the main collectibles in this game are bananas. Bananas are worth one. There's banana bunches. There's also bananas you can find and let's see, those in plants, dandelions, objects found in the game. There's also the Kong letters, which also returns from the original trilogy of Donkey Kong Country games. If you collect all the Kong letters in each of the levels in the game, you will unlock a special K Temple level, which is basically a harder level found in the game of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Myself, I haven't found all the Kong letters just because that when I got this game, I was relatively young at the time. I was like in middle school when I got this game, so I pretty much really wasn't that good at this game. I was good with the controls in the game, but I really wasn't good at clearing some of the stages. And speaking about the stages in this game, if you lose like 5 of your lives, you will unlock the Super Guide mode, which is very similar to the Super Guide in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which have you an assist character, which is like a silver-ish gray Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong, and yes, they'll show you how to clear the stage, very similar to the Super Guide in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. There's also puzzle pieces in this game. The puzzle pieces ranges from 5, 7, or 9. So each stage will either have 5, 7, or 9 puzzle pieces. And if you collect all the puzzle pieces in the game, you will unlock dioramas, music for the game, concept artwork, and many more bonus features. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the worlds in this game. So there are 8 worlds in this game, plus a bonus ninth world. World 1 is your jungle world. World 2 is the beach. World 3 is out in the ruins somewhere. World 4 is in the caves. World 5 is the forest. World 6 is the cliff. World 7 is the factory. And World 8 is the volcano. Very similar to NSMB Wii's World 8, which is also a volcano stage. And yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the different type of level schemes that this game offers. So there's some levels where you'll either be riding on Rambi the rhinoceros, who is one of your animal buddies, And in fact, Rambi's the only animal buddy in this game that you could ride on. Uh, there's also rocket barrels, which are these levels where Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong rides on a rocket, and there could be something going on in the stage. Like there's this one level in Donkey Kong Country Returns where you're on a rocket barrel, and there's like a bunch of these crab pirates who will fire cannons at you on their ship. There's another rocket barrel stage where there's a giant bat that chases after you, which is probably one of the most memorable moments in DKC Returns. There's also a rocket barrel stage where there's like this train in World 4. It's like a drill train that serves as a distractment. That's another interesting rocket barrel stage. And along with those, there are minecart stages, which are also a thing from the trilogy of DKC games. There are two styles of minecart stages. There's the ones where you're actually riding the minecart, and there's another one where you're on top of the minecart, where you're just jumping over obstacles to avoid getting hurt. So, now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the silhouette stages. So the silhouette stages are found in World 1-4, World 7-1, and World 8-4, I believe. I think World 8-4 is the level where you're in the peaks. It's called Smoky Peaks, and it's another silhouette stage. I find the silhouette stages to be really, really admiring because I do love the visuals that Retro Studios did to create the silhouette stages. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review by giving out my verdict. So, Donkey Kong Country Returns is actually a really amazing platforming game. The game does get difficult as it progresses, is because this is supposed to be an intense platforming game. Isn't like your typical Mario game where some levels are all the time very easy. The levels do range in difficulty depending on how good you are in the game. And yeah, so overall, I'm gonna give Donkey Kong Country Returns a 9 out of 10. This was actually a pretty fun game. And before I go, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about some extras before I end off this review after I give out my verdict. So like I've mentioned, there is a ninth world in this game, which is the Golden Temple. It can only unlock it if you collect all of the orbs found in the Special K temple levels. Not Special K the cereal. I was just joking with you guys there. Yes, there are temple levels in this game. And if you want to unlock the temple levels, you must collect all of the Kong letters in each of the levels. And you must clear all of the temple levels. And you'll get an orb from each of the temples. And each orb will be added to this little, I will say like a container or something. Yeah, I'm doing a very bad job naming it or describing it, but I don't care. And yeah. So that's basically how you do extra. That's basically all the extras in this game. I could go ahead and talk about all the bosses in this game, but I don't want to do this because that will make the review longer than it is. But if you do want to look up the bosses in DKC Returns, just look it up on YouTube. And yeah, that's my final review for the game. So thank you guys for watching. I'll keep you guys updated with more video game reviews. I'll see you guys next time and have a great day. Thanks for watching and see you later till next time.